What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I do want to talk about some things that Tiffany has said regarding people, regarding minors in particular, just to illustrate how this woman goes too far. And of course, I am talking about Tiffany Whitlow from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, before we get into this story, I ask that you all please hit the like button on this video. You hear us content creators ask all the time for you to hit the like button because then YouTube will push this video through its algorithm, meaning that it will recommend this video to more people who also enjoy watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, including the TV show recaps, the Instagram live streams, and all of the analyzing that we do into the cast. And also, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would love to have you. I go live on Sundays. I do live recaps of the Love and Marriage Huntsville episodes. I've done a few interviews with some reality TV stars. And then I make videos like this, where we talk about things that could show a pattern or some sort of behavior that we could all learn from or make sure that we don't do. All right, so let's jump right on in. So obviously, I am taking it back a couple of seasons ago when we were first introduced to Tiffany and Lewis. Tiffany definitely made herself memorable, but it was not in a good way. I know that I could not personally relate to Tiffany because I have no desire in my heart to bring up any mistake that a child would make as if I am spilling tea. I know that you only spill tea on adults, okay? And even with adults, there's some boundaries then. So this is what really kind of made Tiffany infamous, I would say. So I want to get into this soundbite and then I'll come back with my commentary.
I need to talk to Tiffany about bringing up the issue with monster vaping. It's something that I think was inappropriate, and I don't think that we need to let this go by. Nip it in the bud. I know that you guys met at a Bessie's birthday, but they said that you brought up something about my son, the vaping incident. I think that it was not right. For me, it's like a privacy deal, right? There's a reason why we treat minors differently than adults, right? And I wanted to know first, did you get it from school? Because if the school told you, then I have a problem, and the school's gonna have an even bigger problem. I don't even remember where we heard it. His mother already knew. What she didn't know is that Huntsville was talking about it. Right. If you had taken me to the side, or if you had said it after the birthday party was over, my bigger issue wasn't the information. It was the timing. She did talk about it after the fact when she came home. She was like, I think I kind of did something in there, took some lines. I know Tiff just has conversation. Right. It's just a genuine factor of just knowing people and saying, hey, what's going on, how you doing, what's up, whatever conversation comes up, things get said, but it's not a negative connotation that comes with it.
Hopefully you guys don't mind me coming in on the combo. I heard you said something about our son, so I'm just curious to know what is this about.
She was the one that had the conversation. Kimmy overheard the information about Monster.
And it was with a group of people that she knew, and I feel like we need to have an opportunity to be an example. Our kids are teenagers. Our kids are going to make mistakes. They're going to make another mistake. They're going to make a worse mistake, right? If my son did that, I would be the first person to post, this is what he learned. Not as an embarrassment. No, I understand everything, and I respect everything you're saying, but I just don't want him to have to deal with the exit.
I didn't talk to Kimmy about this. I talked to Kiowa about this because I understand my son, right? And I'm trying to help him navigate through this situation and say, hey, bro, you made a mistake. How do we correct the mistake and move forward? Your children might handle this differently than my children might. A lot of people can't handle public pressure. They can't handle public judgment. Like, people commit suicide. We don't know a person's breaking point. We don't have to always publicize our mistakes.
At the end of the day, it starts to come full circle. You know what I'm saying? Tisha told me Destiny was telling her, Belle and they were talking about it. So now everybody's got a comment about monster vaping.
Whoever overhears it never had that experience with my son. They don't know. Now they have a judgment, and he has to walk around with this thing. So this caught me by surprise. I'm like, what the hell?
I thought we were having a healthy conversation about kids. I assumed that we could relate as parents as co-parents. And in this moment, I absolutely feel terrible that I could have caused monster shame or embarrassment.
Stop the cap, Tiffany. You definitely did not think that you were having a productive conversation with Kimmy and Melody regarding children. That was never the subject when Melody introduced you to the group. That was never, when you were introduced to this cast and you started filming, in that scene, they were at a restaurant. It was for an event that Destiny was having. Perhaps, I don't know if it was Destiny's birthday or if she was celebrating, just trying to move on in her marriage or what. But it was something that Destiny had gathered everyone together on. And Tiffany, the subject was not, let's talk about our children in a productive way. Oh, I heard your kid was vaping. And then you didn't even volunteer anything that your kid and stepson may have done that was a mistake. So you can just miss me with that. None of us are idiots, okay? And in this moment, I am totally with Maurice. He definitely had compassion and empathy for his son, Monster. He was almost implying that Monster is sensitive and perhaps empathic himself, to the point where he may judge himself too harshly when he makes mistakes. And that was the example that he was giving. Everyone can't take public criticism and public scrutiny. And Tiffany did not volunteer any information regarding her kids. So she just totally thought that she was coming in hot, spilling tea about someone's son. Wrong road, Tiffany. And every single time that I feel like I'm starting to like Tiffany and bond with her, she'll always just cross boundaries and just almost comes off like she's a Karen, entitled, and thinks that she's better, especially when it comes to Kiki. Now, we all have heard Tiffany judge Kiki, saying that if you would, check a family member or talk about them with someone else, how are you going to treat me? Tiffany, you are totally not keeping it real. That's, for some people, some of their greatest enemies are their blood relatives. That is just life. That is even in the Bible, okay? With twins, like one trying to knock the other one in the mother's womb. Get out of here, Tiffany. So don't try to harshly judge Kiki because she is not close with her cousin Tisha. Now, in this next soundbite, we're going to hear Tiffany speak on another son, another minor. And before we get into it, I have to say that the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these soundbites are allowed for criticism. And everything said here is alleged and just my opinion. All right, so let's get into this soundbite. And here we go.
For our son.
Our oldest one who plays sports.
Things parents do for their children.
That's right.
All right.
You know what's so funny? When I met with Tiffany, she had actually mentioned about y'all's son going to a different school. Because this is what she I don't know, but she knew something about him going to a different school. Her thing was, but how are they going to do that when they don't live there? Like, she was trying to make it seem like y'all weren't going to move or nothing. Like, y'all were going to do shady. No, it was like as if y'all were going to do some shady stuff to get him in another district. Like, from what I hear, she's the one who's doing shady stuff. Tell her shady stuff don't work over here.
My son is too much of a high power athlete to pull some shady. They've been mad because he's leaving.
Right.
So.
He's one of the top athletes in Huntsville. So that's why he's going to a new school and y'all ain't living there. They're going to pull that out. They're watching. Yes. She needs to worry about her own, like it's none of her business. She says that I'm messing with her, but she just keeps talking about me around town to everybody. It's crazy. Doesn't stop her.
So we heard that there. That was Melody asking them, why are you all moving? And then Amin says, things you do for your children. Our son is an amazing athlete, and, they wanted to put him in a better position, meaning a better school district that recruits find, recruiters, I should say, find very attractive. So they wanted to move, and they made that sacrifice for their kid. I think that that is very smart, and it shows how much they support the child. And they are very blessed to be in a position where they can secure another property and move and do everything for him. They obviously see the vision, they see the talent in their son, and they don't want to screw that up. When Beyonce was in Destiny's Child, before the mom changed the name to Destiny's Child, Miss Tina, they were called Girls Time, and they could sing and they would dance. And Mr. Knowles, he actually had a very good sales job with Xerox, you know, the copy machines, and he was making great money. He actually quit that job to manage Girls Time, which later became Destiny's Child. And his friends thought that he was insane. And Miss Tina has even said that, you know, now they were just relying solely on her beauty salon money. And she was resentful at times, but look at how it paid off. It was meant to be. So I do not appreciate Tiffany talking about, you know, how are they going to get in this school district if they don't live there? That is not cool. That is really major when you're trying to get a kid in a certain school district and you don't live there. Like, even I graduated from a high school in downtown Detroit where you had to take a test to get into, and you had to be a resident of Detroit. Were there some students that were growing up in the suburbs and they were using people's addresses in the city to go to Cass Tech? Absolutely. But I say that to say people were willing to go there for their kids to get that education. And so I don't appreciate Tiffany running her mouth. That could really try and screw a child's future up. And I didn't like that at all. That was a huge turnoff. I'm glad that Melody brought that back to Kiki on camera so that we could see what time it is with Tiffany. And she just sounds like a player hater, that, you know, Kiki's son is that talented and that desire to be in a school district that recruiters really find attractive. She sounds like she's a little bit jealous because she knows that Kiki and Amin are securing their son's future education as well as taking care of the financing for it. That is very smart. You all let me know in the comments what you think about, you know, Tiffany crossing these lines with these kids. So now also, I want to get into this next soundbite where Kiki is talking about Tiffany to Stormy, and I just really want us to, you know, zone in on Stormy's reaction. Let's go.
Around, you know, saying, well, how are they going to switch schools? They don't live in that district. And this damn Karen, she just said everybody's business. She said this to Melody. Why would she do that? I have no idea. Why is she doing any of the things she's doing? What the you know, it's like, god damn, like, you want to be like, you know, I'm saying a little neutral, like, she's making it a hard, like, tripping. Why she got it out for you? I believe Tiffany's jealous. So Kiki's telling me that Tiffany may have said something about my business, but for me, it's not worth the reaction right now because I would like to see if Tiffany will say it to my face if she did say it, and if she doesn't, who cares? You know, she can't stop nothing I got going on over here. Like, this chick is really going around town talking about me. And then talking about she don't think about me. No, baby, you think about me a lot. You think about me a lot. I don't think about you at all. Stuff like that, it empowers me. But it's like, okay. Now you spend a long time on you. Right. Like, what better compliment could you get?
Okay, so when Kiki told Stormy about Tiffany running her mouth on the son going to another school district and Tiffany trying to figure out how are they doing that, what are they really going to move, you know, Stormy's reaction was, why would she do that? And I feel like Stormy's reaction was 100% correct. We are on the same page, or at least I am, with Stormy, because that was my reaction. Why would Tiffany speak on that? If the roles were reversed and Tiffany had this high-powered athletic son and it's his senior year and she wants to secure his college career, she wouldn't want anyone speaking on him going to another school district and wondering how she's going to make it happen. It really reeks jealousy and player hating, I have to say. But Tiffany, word to the wise, you know, stop speaking on people's children. You do not have to do that to make a scene. Even being on reality TV is not always about reading someone down or fronting on them or trying to embarrass them. Reality TV is really sharing who you are, your life story. You've even abandoned your storyline of trying to find your biological dad. Just when I was getting vested, you pull that out. Well, honey, I don't like nobody pulling out, okay, until I finish. All right, so Tiffany, get back to that storyline, okay? But y'all let me know in the comments what you thought about Tiffany going too far, speaking on the children. I ask that you all please hit the like button on this video. It would help me out so much, and it's definitely a free way of supporting the channel. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. And I will talk with you all soon, and take good care. Bye-bye.